anyway, now that we're done indirectly communicating with people, welcome back! So, it's been a while. There's a lot of reason for that, because, holy shit, man, there's a lot going on. I was like, let's start a YouTube channel. This would be a great hobby for my downtime. That's hilarious. What downtime? So, this is a story about how much I love school too much. So this semester, I was just like, let's take on as much shit as possible because the school stuff is super easy, because last semester was a breeze. And I'm also like, I'd like to preface that I've been dealing with a lot of crap. A lot of emotional strife, a lot of just like bad, but good. Because everything is self-induced here, but also like, this is probably the best outcome, honestly. But anyway, I'm dealing with a lot of, I don't want to call it depression, because I'm just sad right now. I'm sort of grieving a childhood that I never had, and I'm grieving like a lot of people, ironically, and I'm just dealing with a lot. So to compensate, I just took on as much work as possible, and I've just engulfed myself in my studies. And to a degree, it's a great distraction because, I show up at school, there are new people that I'm talking to, and new friends and stuff, and it's super duper cool. But at the end of the day, there's only 128 hours a week, and I work 72 hours of it, minimum. I work 30 hours at a meat department at a grocery store. I'm a full-time student, and I walk a dog. I have 3 jobs, and I don't have anybody to support other than myself, and my education is very, thank God, affordable. I still have this, underlying need to just work myself to the max so I can just, 1, distract, and 2, feel like I'm accomplishing something. But lately, or at least in the last couple weeks, I've took a tumble. I didn't get some work passed in, and I don't think I flunked a midterm, but I didn't do as well as I wanted to. It's my music midterm. This is really what woke me up. So I've been overworking. I have no time. Kitty! I don't know if you heard her. She just meowed at me. I'm talking to a camera, not you. You just winked at me. We'll have a kitty video. I'll do a little autobiography of how much you're a constant in my life, and I'm so grateful for that. Anyway, what were we talking about? So I've been dealing with the music midterm not going the best, and I want to talk about it because I think it'll just make me feel better if this is in the spot. But music is something I love. It's something I've loved from the very beginning of my life. As a, no, I was listening to the Beatles in 6th grade. It's so integral to my being. More than I let myself realize. And lyrically, I went through poetry boot camp. That was the thing. And now I look at lyrics so differently now. That was for AP Lit in junior year of high school. That was a really awesome experience. I passed! I passed that exam, bitch! And that's one of my dearest accomplishments yet. But anyway, I thought that I was going to be ready for scales. I knew my circle of fifths. I can still write that down. And I know all of the things that I needed to for in regards to sharps and flats, and that part I did well on. I did well on picture of a note, blah blah blah. But we have these counting syllables, or not syllables, but you're supposed to write out. It's stupid. I don't even want to explain it, but I think it's super dumb because notes are notes, and intervals I also did pretty okay on, which goes into that. But I can now read music, which is insane. So I think that a month ago I couldn't. But this class is super hard. But anyway, and scales. Scales are something I've struggled with from the very beginning, even though they're very easy. Because when I'm at home and I do scales, they're fine. I can do them, you start, give me the, D major scale and blah blah blah. Like, I can do that. But, so, for this test, since I have minimal time to do anything ever, I decided to study the parts that I knew I was going to struggle with. Which was what I thought would be the flats and the sharps and I just know I studied what I thought was going to be the harder part, and I ended up messing up on the easier parts. This has happened to me before on my SATs. My SATs, I got a 520 on my math, and I got a 500 on my English composition. I don't even remember how it was. I did pretty okay. That's like minimum average. Like, you passed 1,000. Good job, kid. And I was like, I don't even care because I was so anxious for the SAT. You have no idea. Because tests really make me anxious. And this goes into the rest of the thing. I got so anxious that I screwed up my scales. I screwed up the things that I thought I was gonna do well on, and the teacher, she's super dope. She's hard. She's like, do your book work, and I'm all like, I don't have time, and she's like, then why'd you take this? Well, she didn't say that, but like, she has high expectations, and I'm all like, that's everything I wanted last semester, so there's not a damn reason why I shouldn't be doing better. I've come to realize that I love this course, and I'm doing poorly. This means I have no time for it. So I've decided to take Wednesdays off, so I can just have a day to just practice. Do bookwork, whatever I need to get done, be it for all subjects or whatever, because the rest of my subjects are actually pretty easy. History is kind of hard because reading is just so freaking boring, but other than that, pretty good. Yeah, I took a tumble. I don't think I failed it. I just think I didn't do as good as my standards. Wednesdays are now free to do whatever. Let's hope I utilize my time correctly. So yeah, I've been struggling, and in a good way. Like, this is character building shit as far as I'm concerned. I want to talk about responsibility, because in this I learned a lot about it, and with some of the recent things that have been given to me, I now look at responsibility a lot differently. This semester I took on a lot of responsibility because I thought I do not live a chaotic life. I live a very simple life. I occasionally adventure out to the night at 3 a.m. to go to Denny's, but now I don't have anybody to do that with, so my life is pretty tame. I come home, I play video games, I'm pretty happy, play on my guitar a little bit, whatever, call it a night. On a good night. Usually I'm doing homework, but you know what I mean, in regards to free time. So, this responsibility I took on had the notion that I was going to use all of my time effectively. But all of my downtime was either homework, so I guess it wasn't downtime, but homework or sleeping. So, I don't even have time to play video games. I don't even have time to, like, pretend to play the guitar. No, I'm getting better at it. But, like, I took on just way too much, with the idea and notion that I could do it, because chaos is not like I had planned, calculated. But, so with recent events, I've witnessed people, and I've lived in an environment that chaos rules a majority of the decisions that people make, and the actions and things that take place. And if chaos rules your life, why take responsibility for anything? Because if I just took those classes with the idea and notion, I'll get it done, whatever, we'll not have structure at all, we'll just kind of wing it, then how am I taking that on? Not very smart. And this can apply to social situations too. Why take responsibility for anything when chaos is a leading and motivating factor of your life? Why take responsibility for anything you do ever? Because if it's just random, who cares? It's whatever, man. It's just the groove of the situation. Whatever. Then you can't take responsibility for shit, and it's such an escape. So in this situation, I was able to pinpoint the flaws in myself, and I'm comparing this to, just recent or things that have happened and people I've seen deal with things much differently than I do. Thank God I didn't just wing this. I really tried. I really had a planned, calculated way of trying to go about my day with my time management, and I just really didn't have the time to do everything that I wanted to do. But it wasn't just this like chaotic little schedule of like, oh, whatever, we'll just wing it, see what happens. And hopefully nobody gets hurt. So I was able to take responsibility and fix the problem immediately. When somebody has, you know, because people in my life is like, whatever, man, let's go, you know, just do the stupidest, most dangerous thing. Mainly because they didn't care about themselves enough. And I care about myself. In case you haven't noticed, I'm a bit of an egotistical asshole. In a good way. But I care about my future, and I care about me. For once in my life. And it's those who lead the chaotic life that, you know, don't care about themselves. Because if you're at the whim of chaos, like, if you let it rule you that way, then you don't take responsibility for anything and you don't grow. And you can hurt people that way. It's so awful and careless. But, you know, I've decided not to live that life. And I learned through this life lesson that even if I might be struggling, I'm honest with myself, but I'm also responsible for myself. And that is the difference between you and I. What is that quote? That's the difference between you and me. That's a Courtney Burnett song. Out of the Woodwork. I'm not going to sing it because copyright, but that's a very good song. I think it's that one. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. But like, that's why I'm different, I think. Why I think I'm a cool individual with cool things to do. How long are we in this? I should probably wrap this up. I fumbled, and I'm getting up now. And we'll get some high quality content memes out there soon. Super duper promise. If I have any major series, they're probably going to take place during the summer. Because that will be time to film. There will be time to film. Oh boy, will there be time to film. Because I have so much planned for the summer. I don't know, I want to start taking jujitsu soon. Hopefully after the semester ends. I want to start a lot of things. I gotta, you know, I've started a book, which is, I don't know. I probably shouldn't talk about it if I'm actually, like, going through with it, but, like, I have plans, bitch, and it's hopefully, I started my YouTube channel at a time where I thought I was gonna be able to take on the time that I thought, you know, to put the quality work into the channel, or at least, you know, put in the time to learn how to make it quality, and it's a lot of work for the quality that, like, because I could just whip up a video and just call it slam bam, thank you ma'am kind of thing, but I really want to put time into it. And I realized that, like, not only do I have no time for a YouTube channel, but my own homework. So I gotta fix and reprioritize, which I've been doing this week. I've rearranged my room. If you notice, my cool ass computer is not on the counter anymore, so I could have more space to put more of my shit on it. Look, tea. Oh my god. So yeah, thank you for watching, thank you for caring, thank you for giving any shits. I'll see you in the next one.